Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. Okay, welcome to today's video, which is of course a wrapping tutorial for this wrap, and I'm going to call this the first smile wrap. And I'm going to call it that way because I was going down memory lane as my birthday is approaching super soon. I'm going to be 41 years old, and I was going down memory lane while I was watching my kids, and I just couldn't believe how my oldest son is already 13 years old, and where has the time gone? How did I age 13 years in those 13 years? So I was thinking about how exhausted I was when I had only one kid and how I'm even alive with 7 children. And then I was thinking, when I reached the point of the highest exhaustion, when I had my first kid, that is when he gave me his first smile. And that made me smile again, you know, after all those years. And then I thought, wow, so the next wrap is going to be the first smile wrap because of the first smile of each baby that sort of gave me new strength to get through the night, to get up and do the night feedings and whatever, you know. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, and I just wanted to really share that with you beautiful girls. So anyway, that is what it is, and of course this wrap in this tutorial is in collaboration with Wrapunzel, who has lovingly supplied everything that you're seeing here, and you will find everything linked in the description box down below. Okay, and without further ado, we're going to go right into the tutorial for this wrap. Just so you know, I know this is not a completely new concept. I know I have done maybe a year ago or maybe even longer ago a wrap that was called The Nest. So it is related to this one, and it's also related to the Tribal Queen Coronation wrap. Just so you know, it is sort of a spin-off of those two wraps. Just so you know. Okay, so now we're going to go right into it, and I hope you'll enjoy. Hi sweeties, welcome to the tutorial part for the first smile wrap. Okay, I'm wearing my Wendy shaper, as you all know, and I'm loving it. Okay, so, and I'm going to take this beautiful scarf here as my first scarf of the day, and this is the favorite t-shirt scarf in green. Now, this is a beautiful scarf that is very easy to wrap. It does not add a lot of volume, even though it is really big. It's really seriously big. So anyway, just in case you were wondering and you were like looking for something like this that is easy to wrap and also doesn't have fringes, because you know, for some people that's an issue, then that could be just your thing, and it also comes in a lot of colors. Okay, so I'm going to use this one today because also my skirt, which you don't see right now, is pretty much exactly this color. So at the end of the video, of course, as always, I'm going to put a picture of the whole completed look so you can see how it all comes together. Anyway, I'm folding it in a tiny little bit, and I am putting it down, almost ready. Okay, now I'm putting it down from the top down, hopefully that both ends are sort of equal. And this wrap is based on the idea of the Tribal Queen Coronation wrap. Just in case you were wondering what I'm doing, okay? So I'm crossing over like this, and now I'm going to take a sari scarf. Now in my case, this is a sari scarf in green, even though there's a lot of blue in it, but it is, I think it is officially, it is a green, counted as a green sari scarf. You all know by now probably the concept of the sari scarves. They have all like their own characteristics, and they all look a tiny little bit different. So just so you know, if you're ordering something, that it does not look exactly like that necessarily. Okay, so I'm going to put that behind my head. Now you can, if you want to have a bit of an easier time, you can first tie a knot with the t-shirt scarf, or with whatever scarf you're using, you can tie a knot, but I'm going to try to do it without. I've done it without it before, and I'm going to try again. So anyway, I'm gathering up everything here like this. And I'm not going to pay too much attention to if things are perfect or not. We can always clean that up after, okay? So I'm going to try to like give it a good tug. And now it's going to be a little bit awkward, so because it's going to be like hanging into my face, okay? So bear with me, okay? All right, so for the Tribal Queen Coronation wrap, we would just combine all of these and start twisting and turning all of those strands. So we are starting out exactly like that. Okay, I'm just going to like tug it really tight, and then I'm going to give it like 2 twists like that. And then I'm going to take one of the sari scarf ends out and let it hang down. Okay, with the other ones, And this is the awkward part, because you're not going to see me because there's a lot in front of my face happening here. Okay, so with the other 3 strands, I'm just going to continue twisting, and I'm going to do this tight, because it has to be tight. If you do it too loose, it's not going to start turning, okay? Because we want this to start turning and become like a flower here, or like an ornament, okay? So I keep twisting and keep twisting, and while I'm twisting, I'm already like positioning it here in the middle of my head, like this. So you might have to have a little bit of, I don't know, experience. You gain experience with this, because in the beginning, like for me, it was really hard to get it right, to make it settle down in the middle, really, because it was always a little bit off, or it was sticking up too much. So you just have to play around with it and don't give up. It will all be fine, okay? All right, so let me just lift this out of the way. Now I just keep twisting till basically I'm running out of material, and then I'm sort of just sliding it under the ornament that we've created. So usually, unless you're using a super silky scarf, okay, they should just stick and stay there. If it's like a very slippery silky scarf, it might not work. But anyway, I think silky scarves would not be super suitable for this, because they don't give you any volume, really. So a little bit of volume is really needed and wanted here. Okay, still I'm not cleaning this up yet. I just want to finish this ornament here. So in case you're also using a sari scarf, or you're using a scarf as a base scarf that has fringes and they're sticking out around here, now don't worry about it, because that's why we have this. I'm now just, you know, trying to manipulate this a little bit so the place where this comes out doesn't stick up in the middle. And then I'm just going to start draping this here around like that. So basically, no matter what is sticking out, you can cover it up like this, you know? So it is really a very, I don't know, a wrap that sort of sorts itself out, because, you know, you're just covering all the flaws. That sounds horrible, but anyway, yeah. So, and that is basically already what it is. And then I'm just going to like clean this up a little bit, hopefully. And then we're already done. So now you can of course play with this. You can use of course scarves that are smaller if you're using a smaller shaper, but overall I think the idea is pretty clear. And this is again a wrap that is sort of really cool and has its own thing. Plus, sweeties, I also want to point out, if you are trying to balance out your face shape, okay, if you have a very round face, for example, this could be really nice for you, because it sort of stretches your face, you know, it adds length to your face or height to your face, and that could be really flattering for you. So just try it, you know. It might be weird for you if you have never done a wrap like this to see yourself like this. When I did for the first time a wrap like this, I was like, am I going into public like this? But I am so in love with these kinds of wraps because they are just so beautiful and so flattering. Seriously. I mean, not everybody is wearing them, but then again, I'm not everybody, you know? I'm special, and as are you. So that is what it is, sweeties. Okay, so anyway, you can play with this, you can modify it depending on what shaper you're wearing or what your preference is, of course, right? So let me just show you. I hope this is halfway cleaned up now in the back. Have no way of checking right now. But what I was saying is that this is again a wrap that is sort of non-nonsense, even though it is super special and different. But this is again something that you can wear when you're working in the hospital, when you're working your farm. You know, it is so cool. It has so much style, it has so much character, and nothing hangs in your way. You know, this is something you can wear the whole day without even thinking twice about it. And according to my experience, and I have done these kinds of wraps a lot in my wrapping journey, really, if you're using scarves that are not slippery, you do not have to have a single knot in this wrap. Because really, if you tie it tight enough, then really, if you're pushing it under that ornament, the loose ends under the ornament, there is nothing that's going to move. Nothing, you know? So Anyway, let me know what you think. I am pretty much really in love with this, because this is anyway a wrapping style that is absolutely my kind of thing. Really loving it. So let me know what you think. Besides that, of course, you can order whatever you want on the Wrapunzel website, whatever is available. I'm going to try to link what I use today, and if it is not available or not in those colors available, then please understand that it is what it is right now. It's hard to know what can be restocked and whatever, so just use something else in that case, okay? Besides that, of course, you can use my discount code, which is Queen Leorah in all caps in one word, which will give you 5% off your order. You will find also the contact for Wrapunzel, of course, in the description box down below. I would love it if you were to subscribe to my channel. And besides that, of course, I'm going to see you here back on my channel tomorrow and on the Wrapunzel channel in about a week. And I'm happy to always see you. And please, if you're uploading some pictures of yourselves on social media, please don't forget to tag me, because I always love to see my lovelies recreating the looks. And it is just a beautiful community that I really have learned to cherish, and also the differences, you know, the differences between us, which is absolutely amazing, because it opens your eyes and it just makes you so grateful that we are all created differently, but we are all special. And also, if we are doing exactly the same wrap, just in that, to see how different the interpretation is. I love that. I love it. You know, do take my wraps and do your own thing with it, and that is the biggest compliment that I can get if you're doing your own thing. So yeah, that is what I wanted to share. And besides that, of course, I wish you a wonderful day. Go ahead and sparkle. I love you so much. Hugs and kisses. Bye.